Bonjour MFIS. I wanted to first say Poisson d'Avril. Hope you guys remember that we put the fish on people's backs as a joke for the Poisson d'Avril. Happy Poisson d'Avril. Thank you for everyone that made it their status today. Restez chez vous. If you haven't sent me a copy of your picture, you can email that to me at my email address. It's on the dojo account because I'm going to post them on a Facebook. All right, here we go. Chapter 11. I thought about that shot all the way home. I wasn't thinking about how I made it. I was thinking about why I'd had to. How had it become me against them? It felt like I was being double-teamed as soon as I stepped on the court. Maybe it was time to let them know about the other tournament. Everything would be out in the open then, but maybe that would be even worse. I needed advice, but the house was empty again when I arrived, and there was no one to talk to. I walked into the living room, and the Mechanoids 3 case was in the center of the table. I picked it up and saw the note Junior had stuck to the front. Level 2 was rough. You're up. Remember that was that video game? I sat down and battled my way through level 3. It was definitely harder than level 1, but I was ready. I'd been battling for hours. I finished this level and saved it for Junior. I went over to the table by the phone to get another sticky note to leave for him. Before I even got there, I realized I needed the phone more than the note. I dialed the number by heart. Hello, I heard. Hi, Mom. Hi, baby, said Mom. Hi, I said, you busy? You know I always have time for you. Yeah, I said. I couldn't help but smile. Talking to my mom on the phone always kind of turned me back into a little kid. But I didn't mind. There was no one around to see me anyways. So what's going on, she said. Is something bothering you? She always knew why I was calling, sometimes even before I knew. Yeah, I said, I tried to think of how to start. It's complicated. Well, I'm sitting, and your dad is paying the phone bill, she said with a chuckle, so we got time. Her good mood helped me loosen up. It's my boys Mike and Deuce, I said. You remember them? Oh, sure, said Mom. You're friends. I always liked those two. Yeah, I said, they're great guys. It's just, well, I kind of paused. But then I decided I'd just tell her. I hadn't called long distance just to give her hints. They're great guys, but they're maybe not as quite great as basketball players. Oh, said Mom, trouble on the court. I saw your brothers out there when you were up here. After I got done with the food shopping and came to pick you up, I could tell you were more serious about it. We all are, I said. We're all more serious. We've even been practicing. And Junior tells me you've been doing real well in these tournaments, she said. Yeah, but what, baby? But I guess that's when things started to change, you know? We all got along fine on the court, but on the court it's like 1 part basketball, 2 parts drama. Said Mom. Those two go together sometimes. It's like we used to just play and that was easy, I said. But now we practice and that's harder. And at the end of the practice, we've got these tournaments. And they're great, but they change things. Once it's official, we have to worry about things we didn't have to worry about before. What kinds of things? Like, well, who gets the ball the most? And who gets the ball the most? I paused again. Me, I said. Well, last time anyways. But it was just so we could win. I mean, that's the other thing, Mom. I'm not bragging or anything. I know you're not, baby. But I'm a little better than Mike and Deuce now. Like, Deuce is still really small. He used to be the fastest kid around, but at these tournaments, he's not the fastest kid anymore, she said. I was really glad she understood. I mean, she was my mom, so she's going to have my back anyways, but I was glad someone else knew what was going on. So if we want to score, I started. Sometimes you got to do the scoring, she finished. Yup. And maybe their feelings get a little hurt. I guess, or maybe they hog the ball the next game and run me over in practice. Well, it's because their feelings are hurt, she said. Yeah, I said, I guess I hadn't really thought of it that way. We were both quiet for a second and then let it sink in. But it's weird, I said, because I still like them and I still like the tournaments. It's just getting harder to like them both at the same time, she said. Yes, exactly. And there's something else, isn't there, she said. How did you know? Man, Mom, you can read minds, I said. That's just called being a mom, she said. Well, you're right anyways. There's another tournament, a big one, and it's the same time as the next one with Mike and Deuce. And I kind of agreed to play in both of them. Oh, Amari, she said, like I was a puppy that kept chewing up her slippers. This big tournament is the one you told me about last time? Yeah, I said. I'd only told her the basics then, so now I had to tell her the rest. I told her all about what Overtime had said to me. I told her about how good Jammer was and that he wanted me to be on his team. I told her how this one would mean playing on a whole new level. Overtime invited me personally, I said, though I guess I'd already told her that. And Mike and Do, she said. Nope, I said. So you could play in this invitational and take a big step forward, she said, or you could play in another little tournament with your friends. Yep, that's basically it. And if you play with your friends, do you think things will get better between you guys? Probably not, I admitted. They'll probably get their feelings hurt again, and I'll probably be mad about missing overtime's tourney. Now that I talked the whole thing out, it seemed a lot clearer. You know what I think, said Mom? I think I know what you think, I said. Well, that's a lot of thinks, she said, so I'll just go ahead and tell you. All right. I think you're grown up, baby, she said, and not everyone grows as fast or as far, not in school, not in life, and definitely not on the basketball court. I thought about how Deuce and I were on the honor roll, but that wasn't really Mike's thing. Sometimes he got busted in on us for being nerds, but he never got in the way when we needed to study. Well, you gotta let yourself grow, she continued. Think about 3 trees in a lot, and one tree is growing a little faster than the others. Can that tree crouch down and pretend they're all still the same size? No, of course not, I said. Well, that's you right now, she said. You got to let yourself be your best. And even if it's a little difficult right now, your friends are going to have to give you the space you need to grow. She was right. Thanks, Mom, I said. You're the best. Anytime, baby, she said. I knew what I needed to do, but that didn't mean it was going to be easy. All right, so join me tomorrow for chapter 12 so we can see how that conversation goes. I hope you guys all have a great evening. Au revoir.